Without further ado, this is Lumpy Moon Gravy. A flat, boys, start off with.
KKCR Honolulu KAQA, Kilo Air, Beatbox Time Machine. PowerHound. I took a walk on the moon, and it was full of gravy. Although bouncy, its tone was frivolous, not unlike a dangling fork. One would suppose the climate would be less than hospitable on the moon, but the gravy made it comfortable. After a good slog, I met a package. The package was unwrapped, so I wrapped it up neatly and sent it on its way. I do things like that. Why was I on the moon, you might ask? Just to be extant, I might answer. But the truth was far more ambiguous. I was there to study the nature of wax, specifically the interaction of wax and coagulates of moon gravy. It's always been a previously unmentioned assumption that a bell must be bell-shaped to render dignity upon itself. However purported that may be, it has no bearing on the state of gravy. Technology. Being as such, the perfect place to study the effects of wax and its descendant aggregates of gravy, herefore known as lumps, is the moon with its rich, wonderful assortment of viscous slops. You see, ever since the kindling of fire and its attendant rendering of fat, the insipid lump has qualified itself as an unwanted partygoer in humanity's cafeteria. My task, therefore, was to solve the great mystery of lumpy gravy. I decided to do my research on an abased portion of the moon just outside of town. The gravy ran pretty smooth here. Rich, ropey rivulets of brown goo. Relatively unmarred by the shiftless lumps. I figured that I could use the wax to spite the gravy into blameless emotion. It just might surrender its tension and run free. I had to check for dunkers, though. I'd been thwarted twice before. You see, it was the dunker's gold. De You see, it was the dunkers that felt the wax, and they liked it. It is a well-established fact that the dunker's prime goal is to assimilate gravy. So you can imagine my trepidation as I contemplated the wax. I figured that I could train the wax to crack the gravy and isolate the lumps for further study. Intent on my work, I began dispensing the feather-like wax. Its pallid sheen cast about with a molten air, transfixing the gravy towards an altered state. Suddenly, I heard a low modulation. The air begat the sharp, acrid smile of forest yeast. And I knew a dunker was imminent. Anxiously, I cast about and discovered the dissonant chord of a saturated dunker flailing in the air. My cover was blown, my research acquitted. Quickly, I gathered my things, and leaving the wax, I fled the scene. I took a walk on the moon today, and it was full of gravy. Some things are better left alone.